We're here. We're live. Let me get our shit going. We got lots to talk about today. Let's play some music. Ready?
Let's go.
Let's go. Yay. Yay. White people dancing. We love it. We're here. We made it. We're live.
Only an hour late.
That's okay.
Extenuating circumstances.
Yeah, which we're going to get into. Let's check out the chat here. Make sure. Cool. We are live on Facebook. We have forfeited Instagram Live right now. I'm sorry. I mean, we might be able to try to get it up there, but I don't know. We're here. We made it.
It's been a trip.
It sure has. We'll wait for a couple people to pop in. Looks like we have somebody on already. Hi, hello, whoever is that. We are excited to have you here. Sorry we're late. My fault.
We have a good reason though.
A very good reason, and it is my fault. Oh, we're in private chat. That's why I can't see anything. There we go. Ray and Mike are here. Yay! Yay! Us, yes, us. Hi.
Sorry, we have the chat.
Us? I was in the wrong chat. I clicked on private chat, not comments. They're like, hello? Like,
Hello?
It's us. Can you not see us? Yeah, so we're here. We're live. Yeah. I was confused. So was I. It's okay. It's okay. Well, we do have some viewers. Let's get started. You ready? We're already super late. So let's explain.
Mm-hmm.
Shall we explain?
Let's explain.
Let
me explain.
In the words of
let me sum up.
let me sum up. In the words of Inigo Montoya, let me explain. Okay. I was in hospital since Thursday, and long story short, my brain no work. It got the too much pressure, and under pressure. My brain was under pressure. Ray and Micah, can y'all hear me and Amanda equally okay? Like, are we picking up clearly?
Because she tends to speak louder than I do.
Yeah.
I'm trying to skate.
She is closer to the mic than we are, or than I am, but than we are. Good Lord. I'm not really gonna think my brain broken. As long as y'all can hear us clearly, I can turn our gains up if I have to, but I just want to make sure we're good. Cool, perfect, love that. So let me explain why I was in hospital. Brain broke. I had an MRI last week. I've been going through some neurological issues. Had an MRI last week, showed that I had some intracranial pressure going on. I was having some scarier neurological symptoms. On Thursday, I had vision changes, was not able to find my words. My writing had got all weird. So I went to my doctor at 2:00. Then my doctor sent me to hospital to get checked out. And hospital said, you ain't going nowhere, bitch. You staying here. So here is where I stayed. Well, not here. At hospital. I wish it was here. My bed's a hell of a lot more comfortable than that fucking thing was. But we're here. And I'm okay now, and I literally just got discharged.
We literally were about to go live in the hospital.
In the hospital,
and
yeah.
The nurse comes in, and she's like, okay, you're good to go. It's like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
We packed up in like 5 minutes flat.
Yeah, literally packed up in like 5 minutes flat. We were like, where are we gonna go?
And she even came back in. She's like, you guys packed up fast. She's like, we're ready to get out.
Yeah, I'm like, I gotta get out of here. I got live. We got places to go. We got people to see. We got things to talk about. So we needless to say, this is gonna go a little different than we had originally planned. We don't have cake today. And this will actually end up being a 2-part party series. So we're going to go live today, do what we said we were going to do, and then we're going to do this again tomorrow. That way it gives me and Amanda time to finish up the epic, and I do mean fucking epic, Jeremy story we have ready for y'all.
It's at this point 27 pages.
Yes. Yes, it is 27 pages long in the Google Doc. And yes, I'm so glad, Micah, that your cake is delicious.
It looks so cute.
They made the cutest Cake. Let me see if I can put it on screen. Do you care if I show them? Can I show them the cake that you made?
Because we liked it so much.
Because we liked it so much. You tell me I can show it and I will, but yeah, it's literally amazing. Or maybe can you post a picture in the Discord? That's what we can do. If you want to see the cake, we have news for you. If you want to see the cake, you got to go to the Discord. We'll put it in the loyal chat. That way anyone at any tier can see it. We'll throw it in the loyal chat so that y'all can see it. We have lots of things to talk about today and lots of things to talk about tomorrow. We're doing a 2-part launch. Today we've launched our Patreon. It is up and running. We'll drop a link in the comments somewhere. Maybe Ray or Micah could do that for me. That would be great because y'all do enough for us anyway. Drop a link to the Patreon in the comments on YouTube, and Amanda can drop it in there on Facebook for us. And y'all can check it out. We'll also put it up after we're done with the live too. But it is up. It is running. Patreon is ready to go. We have 3 tiers. 3 tiers. The loyal. No, what did I say? The inclined. I'm sorry. It was the inclined tier that I want to put it in. The inclined. I don't even know our own fucking Patreon. And we made it up. The inclined is our first tier. $3 a month. The loyal is our mid tier. $5 a month. You get a lot of bang for your buck that way. A lot of extra stuff in between the inclined and the loyal. And then our beloved. It is our highest price tier at $10 a month. But that tier gets you the coveted access to the fellowship chat on Discord. That is an exclusive thing. And once a month, Amanda and I will be live in the flesh in that chat on our Discord to talk to you guys. We can talk about whatever you want. We can talk about the show. We can talk about your day. You just get to know us a little bit better. And we get to be a little bit more of ourselves instead of the performative thing you guys see all the time. Get a little bit more intimate access to us. No titties.
No, to be fair, we tend to be ourselves in our episodes.
We
don't
do.
Really edit things.
No, we really don't. Which sees what you get over here. But you know what I mean. We can share a little bit more about ourselves, like a little bit more personal stuff, a little bit more day-to-day stuff, not so much topic-based. It's a little more of an intimate conversation. So we will chat a little bit more about our Patreon. We'll throw it up on the screen so you guys can actually see what all the tiers are and what it looks like here in a little while. But I think it's time to let's just get into it. Let's start a show. We're happy to be here. Happy birthday to us. Yay! We're excited. We made it to a whole ass year, guys. A whole ass year. May the 4th be with you, as you can see on our lovely banner hanging on the closet over my curtains here. My father is calling me. Hold, please. Give me one moment. I'm going to answer my dad. Live. Ready? Hi, Dad. I'm actually at home right now, and we're live for the 1-year anniversary of the show. So you're currently live on YouTube. Can I call you back? Okay. I will, but I'm okay, and I'm home. I've been discharged, but I will call you back later and give you all the details, okay? All right, love you too. Bye. Fuck it, it's live, right? Like, fuck it, we'll do it live. I got it. I literally just got out of the hospital. Not even kidding you. Like, literally drove straight home.
Something like where?
That's okay. Don't worry about it. We'll handle it. It's not a big deal. Not a big deal. Don't worry about it.
Put it in the comments after.
Yeah, I'm not worried about it.
We'll post it as well.
Yeah, we'll post it on the Facebook page for sure. It will be on the Facebook page. Pop on over to there. That's completely free if you're not already following us on Facebook. Just head over to Facebook later and you can get the link. So, we were getting started. May the 4th be with you all, and also with you.
And also with you.
To our Catholics out there. I'm exhausted as I am. I was not going to let the fucking hospital take this from us.
Like, we will do it from the hospital if we have to.
Yeah, we literally brought all the decorations, everything to the hospital. The mic, the camera, everything. Like, we were going to go live from the fucking hospital room. Had that nurse not walked in 5 minutes before we were getting ready to set everything up and said, "You're out of here." So I'm just ready to do this.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want to talk about the hospital no more. I'm okay. They drained all the shit off my head, so there's not so much pressure no more. I'm on new meds. I'm feeling great today. Let's get her done. You ready?
Yeah, do you want to show them our shirts?
Yeah, let's show the shirts. Okay, you first.
So I got just plain
Just
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
Star Wars.
And then mine was a men's shirt, which I tend to like anyway. And I sort of made it a cutoff thing, but like this is mine. Oh, hold on, Nicole. You got to go backwards. So it's the old school, like comic book style one. Oh, sorry, I'm large. And
in charge.
And in charge. But yeah, that's my shirt. So I am. We're both decked out in Star Wars. Oh, wrong way, Nicole. There we go. Now we're both better in camera. There we go.
Hi. Let's get close and comfortable.
We need a thumbnail anyway. Ready? 1, 2. Thumbnail. Thanks, guys. Thanks. Your dedication is wild. Oh, thanks.
So is yours.
So is yours, actually. Let's just pause for just a moment to tell you about Ray and Micah. Okay, we have to discuss them. Mm-hmm. The dedication these two have to our show is batshit next level crazy, and we love them for every ounce of it. Okay, like when I tell you we were so cute, we thought we could Discord.
We thought we knew what was up.
We thought we could really Discord. Like I really thought. Yes, we're discussing you. I really thought that we had a Discord set up, right? And Micah had been offering their services to help us with our Discord for a little while. And I just, not that I didn't want to take the help, because I totally did, but like they already were so supportive, and I didn't want to really like put that on them, right? Mm-hmm. Until finally they were like, look, this is getting serious, right? Like y'all are trying to have this whole thing happen with Patreon.
It's like watching a toddler.
Yes. In the absolute, let me just put it this way, in the absolute nicest way possible that they possibly could bring this up. But we know they were like, I'm about to tell her what's going on here. Like should we really tell them, like, this is really bad. They really don't, they're so cute, but this is really bad, right? They need help. This is bad. Yeah. Like, yeah, it was not great.
We appreciate it.
Yes, we need it. Like, we don't know what we're doing. We know. We are not fucking professionals. When I tell you we are not professionals, we fucking mean it.
We're flying by the seat of our pants.
Quite fucking literally. So they literally spent, and they said an hour, to me would have taken weeks, building us out the Discord server that you all see now, or will see when you join the Patreon at the $3 tier. So anyone who joins our Patreon at least the $3 tier gets access to our Discord server. There's a bunch of things over there. We're going to continue to add things as the community grows and as the need arises. But the platform that Micah built is beautiful. And when I looked at it, I was like, oh, I did cry actually. But I was like, oh, that's why they want to help us. We have no fucking clue what we're doing. So thank you, literally again, from the bottom of our hearts, for making us look like actual professionals when we are not. Ray and Micah have also offered their pseudo services as like sort of like moderators. If you guys have questions about the server or questions about things, like they're just kind of in there hanging out. They're going to be welcoming anyone who signs up today and tomorrow. You guys don't have to be in there tomorrow, but you know what I mean. As we're doing this, I'm always in there. Ray and Mike are always in there to welcome everyone as they come in, and just sort of be there to help us help you through the Discord and through all those things. So we are still trying to figure out how to properly compensate them for this time and effort.
Patreon does not make it easy.
Yeah, and Patreon does not make it easy. They literally will not let us give them a free access to it, so we're still trying to work through that. They will, however, you'll see at some point, I'm going to set it up, have their very own special tier just for the two of them. I'm going to set that up later after the live so that we can get that started for them. But, yeah, they're the goats. They're the goats. We love it.
Do you want to still?
Yeah, let's start.
Mad Lib first, or
Yeah, let's do Mad Lib first. Yes, I'm doing words today. Amanda will do words tomorrow. So, these are unhinged and on the fly, literally as I was filling up my water cup, trying to get ready to sit down and trying to leave the hospital at the same time. She's like, "Adjective, no," and I'm like, "I don't fucking know. This is not how I do things." Okay, hit me with it.
I need an adjective.
Fucked up. Mad Lib time. Yes, Micah, Mad Lib time.
Noun.
Spinal tap, which is what I had at the hospital so that they could drain the fluid from my brain and spinal cord.
Adjective.
Ridiculous, which is what this day has been.
This whole weekend.
This whole weekend has been ridiculous. Colossal. Colossal shit show.
Yeah.
Colossal shit show. That's what we're going to do. We're going to do colossal shit show.
Verb ending in ing.
You know what it is. Fucking.
Mm-hmm.
It's got to be fucking. Every time.
Noun.
Birthday! Because it's our podcast birthday.
Noun.
Excitement. Because even though it was a colossal shit show weekend, I'm very excited to be here.
Mm-hmm. Verb.
Speed. As
Speed
Jack
key.
Jacksepticeye would say, speed is key.
Noun.
Stanley Cup. Because
she was looking at it in the kitchen when
these basic white bitches be loving their Stanley Cups, and this is the knockoff $15 version from the Walmart.
This is my free one from work.
Mm-hmm.
From working there.
It works just the same, and it cost me about $45 less than yours cup did. Just saying.
Adjective.
Annoying, which is what being stuck with like 13 needles because no one can find a vein is.
Adjective.
Invigorating. Just chose it because.
Yeah. Pronoun.
IV fluids, of which I had many.
Part of the body.
Penis. It's fun to say.
Plural
noun. Lifesavers, which is what our team was at the hospital.
Letter of the alphabet.
G. Cause.
Verb.
Come. And not COME, because I can be rude. It's my show.
Another verb.
Our show. Sorry. Go.
If you don't know,
like,
you
come
don't
and
know, there's a grocery store, gas station chain called Come and Go.
No. Sorry, I gotta wipe the nose, folks. Okay.
Noun.
What is it? Oh, Power Wedgie, which I have a funny story for later. Don't let me forget.
And last, a noun.
Millennium Falcon, because Star Wars Day. Oh, you put lifesavers. I said lightsabers. I was like, didn't I have another Star Wars thing on here?
I think it's lifesavers.
I thought you threw it in. I'm like, oh, she must have just thrown this one in there because I was in a frantic thing. Oh my god. Guys, my brain's still not quite working.
She was in the other room.
I was screaming at her from the kitchen.
Well, filling up her cup of ice. So.
Right.
Okay. This one's called Visiting the In-Laws, a guide, still in the My Bleeding Family Mad Libs. Okay. Yay, it's that fucked up time of year. You and the old ball and spinal tap get to visit your ridiculous in-laws. Here are some tried and colossal shit show tips on how to survive without fucking anyone.
Oh my god.
Do the in-laws not believe in birthday locks or knocking on the excitement room door before coming in? It sounds like
no.
Like a sex room.
Yeah, like a sex room.
Bring your own do not speed sign and hang it whenever you need privacy. If they keep bugging you to have a Stanley Cup so you can be annoying parents, tell them you're pregnant. Who cares if it's a big invigorating lie? If your mother-in-law's cooking makes you taste IV fluids,
Ooh.
Beg for mercy. Explain you came down with a terrible penis bug. Like an STD.
Oh, no. It's a cute way to say STD. Oh shit. Here, you're a bit low. Get closer to that, dear.
Does your father-in-law love telling G-rated jokes that make you cringe? Or worse, it actually makes sense, G-rated.
G-rated.
Or worse, corny ones that make only him come a gut.
Oh! Oh! No!
Don't like that. Tell him he should be a go-up comedian. And if he says, really? Smile and say, no.
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 Just Just no.
Lastly, if your in-laws give you a guilt power wedgie for not pissing
Oh.
enough, suggest they pay you for your Air Millennium Falcon tickets next time. That'll keep them quiet. The end.
The end. That was decent. That's the decent one. I mean, I usually don't have the good ones. Usually she does. So it was pretty good for me and like the last minute shit show that this was. Okay, well, now what?
You know what?
Now what?
We have the game. We can still talk about your like what's the story behind the power wedgie.
Oh yeah, the power wedgie story. So listen, we had a really cool nurse. I had a really cool nurse. I say we because this lady right here, she was coming up anyway to see me. We're like creaking and cracking on each other with these damn chairs. We're so close. Anyway, sorry. What was I saying?
Power wedgie nurse.
Power wedgie nurse. Amanda was with me the whole time from like Friday at like 2:00. Literally sat in the hospital with me, but we had
like 10:30
until like 10:30 last night. I had a really cool nurse. Her name was Angie. And I had just gotten back from my spinal tap and
This is Spinal Tap.
Hmm?
The movies. This is Spinal Tap.
Oh, sorry. And she had to check the point in which they put the needle in, right? Just to make sure I wasn't bleeding or nothing was leaking. And she thought I was wearing a nightgown. So she's tugging at like where my
and
like
both black.
and they're my shorts and my shirt were black. It was like a 2-piece tank top jammy set. But she thought it was a nightgown. So she was tugging at my butt area, like my lower back area, trying to get my shorts or my nightgown to come up. She was literally giving me like fucking power wedgie. And I was like, hang on a minute, it's shorts. And she goes, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She was like, it's okay. It's been a minute since I've had a good power wedgie. It's fine. We had a good laugh about that. But yeah, that's the dumb story of the power wedgie I got in the hospital on top of everything else I was dealing with.
And that's all I got to say.
And that's all I got to say about that. Oh, we didn't light our candle.
No, it's not a candle in.
Oh, yeah. I've been real bad about that lately. I usually would start the thing every time with like, hold on, we gotta light our candle. But it was supposed to go in our cake. But it's a little number 1 candle. It's a birthday candle. So I'm gonna light our candle. Cause I done forgot it did. Wee pyro time. Excuse? Hello? There we go. Tomorrow when we have cake, we'll just grab another one. And but maybe where should we set this so it safely burns? Here, it's on fire now. There it is. Okay, cool. Here, I'm gonna hand it to you because I don't want to reach across the desk with fire in my hand. Probably not the best choice. Roasty toasty princess, roasty toasty princess. Sorry, the noise is bothering me. Our chairs are touching and they're both like a pleather.
I'm not touching you.
Ma'am. Sorry.
We're also keeping Ray mic up, I think.
Yeah, I know. But they're good.
They're good.
They'll tell us if they're tired, right? You'll tell us if you're tired and you want us to get to the point so we can get this done. Just be like, hello, quit ADHD squirreling. Shut up. We've got things to do like sleep. Okay, we have actually a new game. Okay, you want to snag the box without burning your hand? So we can show them what it is. We have this lovely little store called Five Below. Where everything's $5 or under. And I found this here game. It's called Let's Get Deep BFF Edition. From the game, like, What Do You Meme? It's like the What Do You Meme series. So we have, it looks like 3 options for cards. We have light questions, big questions, and bigger questions. Everybody can see here. It's probably doubled in this deck. Yep. So that is what the back looks like. And this says, the stutter. This says, think you know everything about the people you grew up with? Time to find out. Expand your knowledge of your friends by asking and answering cool and exciting questions from these 3 increasing levels. So we're gonna play a little game. What am I trying to say? In the interest of time, that's what I'm trying to say. Who do you want to go first today? for questions, and then tomorrow the other person will go.
Do you want to answer light, big, or bigger?
Fuck it. We're live. Let's do a bigger question. Let's get deep. Y'all ready to get deep?
Okay.
Let's get deep in it.
Which member of the family do you think you know the least about?
Oh.
I guess let's say close member of the family, because I feel like you just say your third cousin.
Right. That's a hard question.
I know, that's why it's a bigger one.
I know.
Hence the name.
Probably, I used to know a lot about, I guess maybe I didn't. I used to know a lot about my cousin Joshua.
Mm-hmm.
We grew up together, him and his brother Brandon, and me and my sister. We were all really close, very close. And we grew up together, basically raised like brother and sister. And as he got older, he went to the military. I think he's 4 years older than me. Yeah, because he's Jordan's age. So he just kind of sort of kept more to himself. He was always kind of a more quiet person, more reserved person. But I think for as close as we were raised together, I probably know the least about him. And for someone who we've literally spent our entire childhood together, almost like you and Mark and Michael, I would have to say I know the least about him.
Yeah.
So yeah. Joshy, if you see this, I love you. He's actually getting married next week.
Nice.
So yeah, I'm happy for him. So
I will start with a big question.
You're gonna start with a big question. Big question. Okay. Okay. This says okay. So good. Are you ready?
Oh God.
It pertains to our life, actually. Come up with a really good excuse for getting home late from a friend's house.
From a friend's house?
Mm-hmm.
Who am I saying the excuse to?
Probably your mom.
I guess I don't live with my mom, but
if when we were 16, remember?
Yeah.
You gotta move.
So
you ran someone over. Sorry.
Sorry, I ran over a cyclist on a bike because they decided to bike down the path that we're going in the middle of the road.
Yeah.
I guess sorry, Nikki had a big to do and
yeah,
Nikki needed my help.
Yes. Lame excuse.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. All right. That's good for today. We'll do some more tomorrow when we have more time and are more settled.
Do you just want to do 2 light questions each? And then we'll see.
Sure. Yeah, let's do that. My turn?
Okay. I realize this is for children. Who do you eat lunch with at school?
Well, when I was in school, it was you and Rachel and
Spencer
and Tyler and Joey Boblet and who else? Cheryl. Right. And yeah, that was it.
Yeah.
Yep. And Zach Green.
Yeah.
Ryan.
Scott.
Yeah.
We basically had 2 tables in the lunchroom that we.
Yeah.
I remember when we were seniors and we came across the lunchroom on the first day of school, and freshmen were sitting there. We're like, move.
Yeah.
Move.
We were like, hi. We don't want to be rude, but
this is our spot.
Yeah,
we were seniors and we were being dicks about it. But
we've been here for 4 years.
Yeah.
But I'll show you which table you can sit at.
Any one of these,
but these 2.
Yeah.
These are ours.
Yeah.
Okay. This is the way.
Mm-hmm.
This is the way, children.
As the Mandalorian says.
Yes. As the Mandalorian says, this is the way, children. That's shaking real bad now. Sorry. Okay. Yoy toying. Do you have a piggy bank?
I think I had a jar. I had a jar, coins, but I never had an actual bank in the shape of a pig.
Gotcha.
But,
okay.
Yep.
I think I might have, but I don't remember. My kids do.
Mm-hmm.
Noah does. It's an army pig. He likes the army pig. Okay.
That's it.
That's the game. We'll play a little more tomorrow. Have a little bit more fun. We're still kind of reeling, I think, from our hospital experience. Well, no, I am anyway. So, okay, Leah. We want to talk about. So, want to talk about what this ride has been like?
Yeah, we didn't really have a topic.
No.
Our plan was to spend Friday preparing for Saturday. And of course, they can be all dramatic.
I had to be dramatic and get admitted to the hospital.
Mm-hmm.
So let's just sort of like improv. Can you like wrap your mind around the fact that we've been doing this for an entire year? Because I can't.
What's funny is I was editing one of the videos, like our gameplay videos that we will have, where it was episode 10. In that same video, you're like, "Can you believe we're in double digits now?"
I know.
And so in that when she's like, "Soon, someday we might be at 100." We're like, "Oh, we're halfway there." So to me, yes, because it's one of those things. It's like even though I've done certain things where I've like kept at it for a while. Like I played clarinet from 5th grade, when I was 10 years old and through high school, so 18. So I played for like 8 years. So like that's like one thing I kept through. But a lot of times it's like I was like the kid that went from like the whole ADHD thing without knowing it was ADHD, going from one thing to another to another.
Yeah.
And so the fact that Nikki has convinced me, like, no, we will still, like, I'm not saying she's, like, forcing me to do this. Like, she has, like, gun pointed under the desk. It's more like the fact that I haven't gone and be like, because if I wanted to stop, Nikki would stop.
Oh, yeah.
And so it's like, and so the fact that I made it this far without be like, I don't want to do this anymore.
I don't want to do this anymore. This isn't fun now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so like let's sort of piggyback off of that because I really did like drag you into this.
Mm-hmm.
Like you're not a podcast person. You're definitely more of an introvert than I am.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, I know you've told me, but like, what were your biggest fears along with like getting started doing this? Like, what were your reservations? What were you worried about?
Just like being on camera. That's why I tried the first 25 episodes of Sir. We did it because Nikki didn't mind being on camera originally, and I was like, I don't know, I don't know if I want to be on camera. I'm not really ready for that. And just because like I don't speak well, as a lot of you would tell. Like I don't really speak well. Like I don't feel like I have like a podcaster. Like when I watch like I don't listen to podcasts, but when I watch like certain videos of like podcasts and stuff, I'm like, God, I wish I could speak like them. Like, oh my gosh, like they improv so well. They're so witty. They don't stutter on every word. I was like, I want to be like but yeah.
But they also have editors.
That's true. But
like,
I mean, you can't really edit my whole
I mean, I'm sure somebody could.
Yeah. I mean, someone.
I can't. But I'm sure somebody could.
Someone that gets paid to do that.
Yeah, right. Someone who's really good at sound engineering could absolutely edit that. But like, I ain't got that kind of time.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess for me, because I'd had previous experience podcasting for 2 years before we decided to do this little venture on our own, and just being a more like external processor and outwardly like extroverted person for the most part, I wasn't really very worried about any of those things. I wasn't really worried about optics for those things, but I think that's where like remembering that this is a partnership comes in, because I wasn't going to push her to do anything she didn't want to do. So I had to put that video thing on the back burner, which I was fine with, and I didn't care to do that. I was just happy to be doing this at all with her because
it was funny. I actually remember like where I was when Nikki like asked me about this. I'd been on like her show, the original show, once or twice.
Twice, yeah.
So I was driving home from like a work event, and it was like dark. I was driving down like the back roads, back home, and she goes, "So I have an idea," and she's like, "Let me just explain what it is. I kind of want to switch my podcast to more about neurodivergency, like basically about us, because this is also when I was like learning more about myself and about thinking like, oh, I might have ADHD, I might be autistic, that sort of thing." And she said, I could tell she was like hesitant. She's like, I wasn't sure. She's like, what do you think? I'm like, yeah, that sounds great. She's like, really? Really?
Because I know like with Amanda, she is like you've said it, you're a people pleaser, and I don't ever want her to feel like she has to say yes to me. So I try to present things to her in a way that gives her an out immediately if she does not want to do it. To let her know that her response of a no is not going to upset me one way or the other, that I'm genuinely asking her and I want a genuine response back. Like I don't ever want her to think that
I'm doing it out of obligation.
Yes. Yeah, I don't ever want her to be doing this, and we've said it before, like the minute that this starts to feel like work and this starts to feel like an obligation is when we quit. Like, we're done. We're not going to keep doing it, because when this stops being fun, there's no point.
Right.
Like, we love, like, we would love to see this grow to something where, like, I would love to see this grow to something. I'm not going to speak for you, where this becomes my full-time job. Like, we are raking in money. We are able to support ourselves off of the money from this if we want to. Like, that would be the dream, right? Because I'm not doing this. Like, I'm not putting my own time and energy and money into this for absolutely nothing. But at the same time, a return on investment for me, the main reason is not monetary. It's you and I having another little avenue, another little way to, like, take our
Something to do.
friendship.
Yeah.
Like, it's another aspect of our friendship. We've been friends for almost 20 years. So, like,
20 years next January.
Yeah, next January. So, like, it's been a long time, and like any relationship, you got to continue to grow and evolve together. And, like, yes, we are the kind of friends that like to sit around and do the same shit every time we're together. That makes us happy.
That's where the autism comes.
Right, that's the tism. But at the same time, this is like one more avenue that we get to explore together as longtime friends. And it's another aspect of our relationship that I genuinely fucking look forward to doing all the time. And I would assume you're the same, because, like you said, you haven't quit yet. And you haven't told me that you want to quit yet. So
yeah. And like Nikki said, I'm a people pleaser, but I'm also like, if I'm uncomfortable, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
Type of thing. And she said she's more extroverted. I'm definitely more internal in my like she processes externally. Like, I'm more internal. I remember kind of like one time when Scott came over to my house when I needed to talk to him about something. I know what Scott always is going to say. He usually goes, "Have you tried therapy?" And I'm like, listen, I understand the benefits of therapy. I'm not saying I will never, like, not go to a therapist. It's like, but the fact is, it's like, I've internally processed this in every single situation that it could possibly happen. Like, I'm not saying like I'm my own therapist,
right,
but because like I don't have that training, but it's more like I kind of feel like whenever I tell a therapist, I know what the answer is going to be.
Yeah.
That sort of thing. It's like, well, have you thought about this? It might be your mother. And
yeah.
so
Childhood trauma.
Yeah. So it's more like I'm internally processing. So the fact that when Nikki asked me to do the show, normally I would be like, can I think about it? And so I think at that time, I think we're kind of like leading up to like her wanting to change avenues for her original show. And so it was just something I didn't really have to think about much. I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and I just realized it's just my name.
Yeah.
Because we hurried up and slapped this up. So ignore that. Obviously, it's both of us. So
you're Nikita, I'm the banana.
Yes, you're the banana. I like that. I'm the Nikita and she's the banana. Yeah. So, questions for me? I don't know. Like, I just asked you. I just like interviewed the shit out of you there for a second. It was like, Amanda, tell me how you feel about the show. Talk to me. I don't know. Help. My brain's dying.
So, basically, what are you wanting to do in this next year? Because we kind of did that at the beginning of January. Like,
yeah.
What are you wanting to do in the next calendar year, or not calendar year, next year of the show?
So I would like to start making some more asks of people in the community, like some of the other creators that are in the neurodivergent space, and see if we can get some more guests on the show, because I feel like adding perspective from other neurodivergent adults would be nice to have. I think a guest format is not something that we'll exclusively ever go to, because it's just not, it's not
feasible.
It's not sustainable. That's
it'd be hard to get a guest every week.
Correct. That's why my show that I have for 2 years, I think, sort of fizzled out and failed, because the whole premise was guest heavy and guest based, and it just didn't, like, I couldn't do it, and it became me all the time, and it was just too much. So I would like to start getting some more guest appearances. I would like to really focus on curating the Chronicles of Jeremy and really spending time truly, like, fleshing that material out and continue to give it time and energy because I'm actually really enjoying this.
She basically wrote, like I said, like 27 pages. She wrote 20 pages last night from like she messaged, like I woke up, she messaged me at 2 a.m. She ended up going to bed at 4 a.m. because she can't sleep in hospitals.
No.
But she ended up messaging me, or she's like, this is how much I got done. And so I went in and I just kind of proofread, just edited, and I got about 16 pages. And I was like, I don't know and it was like 120 or something. I'm like, I don't, or not 220. I was like, I don't know if I'll get this done.
Yeah.
And so I was like, and so it had at the last 5 minutes of her being in the hospital, we're like, two-parter?
Two-parter?
And so she wrote a lot. Like I really like the story we came up with for this finale / intro to the next year.
Yeah. It's really fun. I really am I'm enjoying it. It's a really cool creative outlet outside of this. And now that I'm not working, it gives me one more thing to really pour a lot of creative time and energy into and gives me something to focus on.
Basically because like we had to use AI at the beginning.
Yeah.
Basically trying to do a wholly creative story at the beginning would not have been possible because we would barf both for her. We were both full time, and so trying to like at the end of the day, trying to like okay, well now I gotta be creative.
Yeah, it's I think I heard the car door. Did you hear the car door?
Yeah.
Ella
popped up.
Okay. Oh yeah, that's right. We still have the dog in here. I think we're about to have a husband interruption and a puppers interruption and children interruption because my husband's home getting groceries. Okay, shut the door. Go shut the door. Run! Lock her out. Cool. Okay, we locked the dog out. There we go. So, what was I saying? Yeah, and well, the whole AI story premise started as like we would go on, like you would show me these AI created things, like the Batman one and what was the lady, the bird lady?
Oh yeah, there was an obituary for a lady.
Yes.
Being, I think it was an AI. It's like I don't know if it was an AI created obituary or someone was like, was this created by an AI?
Yeah.
But it was basically this lady obituary about how she liked birds and was a bird.
And was a bird. So yeah, it just was another inside joke thing. And then an everything interruption. Yep. Yes, an everything interruption. It was an inside joke thing. And so we thought, oh, like these would be really funny. Well, quickly we realized like it's actually not as easy as just like typing some shit in and getting a really funny story. Like sometimes they would be, but other times we were really like having to put work in.
Some of them was heavily edited.
Heavily.
It got to the point where we just kept writing. It kept being us ourselves writing it more and more. Like towards the end, until they completely took over, I was doing probably like 50% AI.
Yeah.
So, like I would basically just kind of hit like generate, and then like edit what the AI made, and
right.
Generate, and just rinse and repeat.
Yeah, like connect the dots as much as possible, but
with coherent thought.
Yeah, with coherent thought, but like it just got to be more work than it was worth, I think. So we scrapped it, and I was like, I was really getting into the Jeremy thing. Like I was really getting into it. So I think that's just where that came from, and I'm really enjoying writing it, and it's really been really fun. It's a good little brain exercise for me. So that's going to continue. That's going to continue this year. There will be zero AI. So it's not going to be called an AI story anymore. So that's going to be a big change. I know.
So it's going to be AI story for 40-something
episodes. I know. So we're going to have to get used to calling it the Chronicles of Jeremy.
COJ.
COJ for short. COJ for short. We love it.
Coj
or Cog.
Cog.
I
feel like some language usually like has J and it's not like a C or something.
Yeah,
like that.
yeah. So we're now no AI stories anymore. Mm-hmm. That's changing this year. It is all Chronicles of Jeremy. And it is all me.
The only thing AI is like the characters are created.
Yeah, the characters are.
We can't draw more shit.
Yeah. The pictures of the characters that we come up with are AI generated from Canva because I'm still learning how to draw things, and I tried to draw a cat and it was god awful. So I could draw a fox, but apparently I can't draw a fucking cat. Mm-hmm. Explain that to me. But we'll work on it. And art takes a lot of fucking time and a long time. And like I respect everybody who puts their time and energy into art. And I understand pay artists more. And I understand that like there's a big thing about AI and it being, it's stealing
But it's
from
also like, to be
artists
fair,
and
like when we use AI, we're not like saying that we created it.
No.
We're not like
not claiming
we're
it
basically
as
like
our
we're not basically not making an artist do something and then like, oh, I'm just gonna go with this AI image. We're just doing it be like here.
Yeah.
Basically, here's what we have envisioned.
right.
It's like the Fred of the Fox one probably took me a good hour.
Yeah.
To get what I wanted, which I know is like it would take you a lot more than an hour to draw that.
Yeah.
But it's more like it's like I did have to kind of like fiddle with it, but I'm also not like telling an artist, well, I created this in AI. Can't you just do that for this amount of money?
Right. Yeah. No, we understand and respect art greatly, but sometimes we need a little help, and help is in the form of Canva AI.
One of my majors before I switched in college was graphic design. So
Yeah.
I really understand.
Yeah. So we're going to definitely continue to do that. And create our little visual aids with Canva, but the stories are 100%, thought up and brainstormed by us now. I'm doing a lot of like the initial typing out, and then Amanda comes in and makes it make sense because she knows my brain and knows what I was trying to say, and she can make it sound a little more flowery and alliterative, and she's really good at proofreading, so she makes me look good. So that's how we team up on this. So Jeremy is now ours altogether. No more AI. Maybe we'll see how it goes, but like I'm feeling like maybe we retire the Mad Lib at some point.
Yeah, maybe finish this one or something.
Yeah.
Do it occasionally.
Just do it like more occasionally, or I don't know, like try something else for a little while. Like maybe we work, if this works out well, maybe we try it. If it doesn't, scrap it. Like
do this until we run out of the questions.
Yeah, and just sort of like see what happens, or like, I don't know. I feel like the Mad Lib, while it's wonderful, it's starting to lose the dopamine a little bit. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. If we get an absolute don't you fucking dare take the Mad Libs away, we won't take them away. But it is starting to lose the dopamine just a little. Unless when you do them, they're great though. When you pick the words, they're great. I don't know.
I will say this is not. I don't know if it's like cheating, but the thing is that when I do mine, I tend to like. I don't write on here yet. I tend to like look at okay, what is it asking for?
Yeah.
So like if it has like a total of 3 nouns,
Mm-hmm.
I will then look at the thing. I'm like, okay, I will put them where I think they're funny. So I won't change anything.
Yeah.
I'll just be like, okay, I have all the words I need.
Yeah.
I just put them. I'm like, okay, that one makes funny. It's funnier there or funnier there. Like
Yeah.
Like when it was asking my last one, it was asking about a female name or whatever it was. And I was like, so I started making like up names, but I was like, then I looked down, like, oh, it's asking for 4 names.
Yeah.
So
it's the Golden Girls.
Golden Girls.
Yeah. So she's curating a little.
Yeah.
So
I mean, like, yeah.
It's
so
whatever.
Like I said, I'm not like cheating. I'm just more like, okay, well, this one will fit better there, so that's why.
Yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. I really want to do some more gaming content. I don't know where it's gonna live. Probably on our YouTube.
Yeah, we decided because we were trying to determine like what's Patreon, what's YouTube, what's all together. And I was like, well, I think that like we're gonna have the original like the audio that we had before, like the episode audio we had before we started doing YouTube.
Yeah.
That's gonna be basically just gameplay I've recorded over the past like 2-ish years. Like either play with Nikki or play with my friend Tyler or play with my cousin Mark. Basically just because I don't know why I just like recording my own gameplay, even though I have no intention of like doing anything with it.
Yeah.
And like I thought about like, oh, maybe I could post it on my YouTube, like as like a here we go, and then just to post it.
Yeah.
And then so that's gonna be on YouTube, but it's gonna be like a Patreon thing. But we figure the gameplay, our gameplay, would be exclusive content on YouTube. Yeah.
So we'll figure that out at some point. You're currently building out your desktop.
Yeah, I'm almost done building my computer. I'm waiting on my GPU, which should be delivered tomorrow. And then I'm done. So I'm gonna have an actual. It's gonna be on my desk where I record. So I'm gonna start recording from that.
Yeah. So we're gonna try to work in. Yes. So we're gonna try to work in some more gameplay for sure. You good?
I was looking at the hat. Sorry.
Oh,
Squirreled.
Yes. It's a Virgo hat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I was looking at a hat that she has.
Yeah. Squirrel. So yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I definitely want to do more gameplay. We'll see how it rolls out. But I think it's definitely time for Jeremy. There will be a lot more coherency tomorrow. This was just we wanted to get
this was a day that just
yeah.
Together.
It got away from us because of the hospital thing, and we will spend tonight getting on social media, really promoting tomorrow's episode, and the other part of this, and we will have been rested. I'll have been in my own bed. I will have new medications that I'm starting and feeling a little better. So I'm starting to get a headache. So I don't know if you can see it on my face, but
to start reading Jeremy.
Yeah, let's hit the Jeremy. Let me just hit our thing
because that's fucking long, but
yeah, but we'll find a good place to stop.
Yeah,
because I still have more to type. I'm not even done.
Yeah,
we need to let everybody know this.
Yeah,
I'm not done, and we're at 27 pages. I'm not done typing. Like the story is not over. And I've already truncated it because I thought I was trying to finish it before we were going to start. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to do it how I want.
She's trying to do the way she wanted to do it.
Yeah, I want to do it the way I want to do it. So I'm going to go back and I'm going to re-elaborate on the shit I wanted to elaborate because now I have a whole nother episode to do it with. So let's hit the Jeremy. Thank you guys for putting up with the erratic behavior and crazy timing. Tomorrow there will be cake.
And she's like, I have an excuse. Your
I literally have an armband from Hapato, and I have a thing from my IV right here. So we will have a better setup tomorrow, and I will be more rested tomorrow. So let's just do it. You ready? Yeah. Let's hit the Jeremy, guys. Let me find my... Oh, God, that was a burp from hell. Let's find the thingy. Where is the thingy? It's up here. Okay, here we go. To the Jeremy.
Pull up. Where's your mouse? Try that again. I was trying to save time. I made it worse.
Yep, it's okay. Shoot. There we go.
Okay.
All right. Amanda is going to read some Jeremy for us, and we'll just sort of organically find a good place to stop.
Okay.
Let's get into it, guys. Here we go.
Okay. So this is the 1 year Podiversary episode.
Yeah.
Previously on The Chronicles of Jeremy. The Fellowship finally learns what perils await Velvet at the Rite of Valor. They raced to give her all the details, only to find Finnegan had somehow beaten them to Velvet's room and had already spilled the beans. The Fellowship racked their brains into the wee hours of the morning, trying to find the best plan to ensure victory in the Rite of Valor, while also devising a plan to keep Jeremy from being banished once Velvet completed the rite. Exhausted, they all fell asleep where they sat. Will Velvet succeed in saving Jeremy from certain death? Will this be the final day for the final Fellowship of Jeremy? Is this yet another filler episode where Nikki kicks the can down the road and we don't actually see the Rite of Valor take place? Correct, yes. Find out on this week's episode of The Chronicles of Jeremy. As the sunlight creeped across to Velvet's room, where the Fellowship of Jeremy slept peacefully after an exhaustive night of preparation, Velvet's mother, Queen Violet, made her way down the extensive marble corridor to greet her daughter one last time before the Rite of Valor began in 3 short hours. Having arrived at her daughter's doorway, she saw the morning sun's rays shining through the threshold where the door was left ajar the night before. Opening the door a bit further, she came upon the Fellowship sound asleep, huddled around the table together. The thick door creaked slightly, but it was enough to startle Jeremy awake, and loudly exclaimed, "I got it! Everyone wake up! I figured it out!" Sympathy, still groggy, jumped up and grabbed her sword, pointing it straight at Jeremy, not noticing that Finnegan had fallen asleep against her. This set Finnegan's head right into the table with a loud, hollow thud. This, in turn, startled Binky awake, who was leaning on Finnegan's shoulder and was now falling from his chair onto the hard floor below. Velvet, having been curled up on the plush armchair at the head of the table, was spared from this domino chain and was now wide awake. She glared pointedly at Jeremy, being quite irritated at the commotion he caused. Was that wholly necessary? She asked Jeremy. You sent sympathy into fight or flight mode that nearly cost you your head. Finnegan is out cold, probably with a concussion, and Binky's now laid out on the floor. This better be good, or I'm going to let sympathy follow through with that sword she has pointed at your face. That way we won't have to bother with a plan for the ride because there won't be a you left to save. Queen
Before
Violet.
you keep going,
Mhm.
how about you read the filler and I'll read the quotes?
Okay.
Do you want to do that?
Yeah.
Okay, all right, go.
Queen Violet, having watched this entire scene play out, buried her face in the arm of her robe to muffle the sound of hysterical laughter. She wanted to hear Jeremy out before announcing herself, and it was clear her daughter needed no help getting the situation under control.
Stand down, Sympathy, Binky said. Oh, that's you. Sorry.
Binky said, rolling his eyes as he stood up to straighten his clothes. Sympathy lowered her sword and wearily collapsed back into her chair, the adrenaline having worn off.
You do have a death wish, don't you?
Sympathy sarcastically quipped to Jeremy.
Binky, do you still have that concoction that the palace healer gave us to wake up Finn? Yeah, I'm on it.
Binky replied, reaching into his hip pouch, pulling out a small bundle of herbs wrapped in linen and secured with twine. He waved them under Finnegan's nose, instantly rousing him awake and ready to go.
Damn, Binky, who needs coffee when we've got you?
Finnegan laughed.
All right, everyone, that's enough. I'm sorry I startled you, but I had a vision last night. Not having one since that Halloween bonus-sode last October, I was beginning to think I had lost my power altogether. But this was the clearest and most detailed vision I've ever had. I know what we must do to ensure that Velvet makes it through the trials.
Jeremy explained. Velvet's mother was so focused on listening to Jeremy's plan that she failed to notice Vaughn exiting his chamber at the other end of the hall. Getting ready to head into the village, he saw his mother standing outside Velvet's room. Curiosity piqued, he sauntered towards her as quietly as possible. Jeremy continued.
In my vision, a voice explained that we have to carve a way through the first two trials, and for the final trial, nothing will be as it seems. I asked the voice to show me the way forward, and I saw...
Jeremy paused, hearing footsteps coming closer.
Did you hear that?
He asked the group.
I sure did.
Binky commented. Vaughn, having alerted his mother of his presence by tripping on the corner of the hallway runner, it had been wrinkled up by Finnegan rushing to fill Velvet in on his findings in the arena. Queen Violet, irritated by her son's attempt to spy on them, scolded him as Velvet opened the door to find them both surprised to see her.
Good morning, Mother.
Velvet addressed her sweetly, then looked to her brother.
Vaughn,
she retorted coolly, still furious for all the needless trouble he had brought upon her and her friends thus far.
Good morning, dear.
Queen Violet interjected, not acknowledging her children's animosity.
I was coming by to invite you to join me for breakfast and take a stroll through the royal gardens. We have much to discuss, and I wish to spend as much time with you as I can before the rite of valor. Of course, Mother.
Velvet replied, giving her brother one last dispassionate look before turning towards her.
Wonderful. I shall alert the kitchen to send our breakfast to the gardens, then.
Queen Violet set off to make those arrangements, leaving Vaughn and Velvet in an awkward stare down. As soon as her mother was out of earshot, Velvet curtly snapped,
Since I can't imagine there's anything of importance you wish to say to me, why are you still darkening my doorway? Easy now, dear sister. Save your fire for the trials.
Vaughn smugly replied.
I was on my way out to the village and happened upon Mother standing in your doorway. She was unaware of me until I stumbled on the run that most certainly wasn't there last night. I dare say her irritation was due to her being caught eavesdropping and alerting you to her presence, not because of me. Can you say, you're welcome now? What business could you possibly have in the village?
Velvet demanded.
Wouldn't you love to know?
Vaughn remarked with a sly grin.
Never you mind, sister. You have your own business to attend to. Do be a dear and try not to die today, would you? It really is quite a hassle to plan a royal funeral. You can't imagine the mountains of paperwork involved. And our sweet beloved mother, why, I fear she would never recover from the ordeal. Father's passing was hard enough, but to lose her precious baby girl, especially for such a stupid reason.
Vaughn clicked his tongue while looking right at Jeremy.
Oh, she simply wouldn't bear it. Being that our rooms are right across from each other, her crying would most certainly disrupt my sleeping schedule. You're vile. I regret I ever admired you. Father would be so disappointed in what you've become.
Velvet snarled, her eyes welling up with angry tears.
Father was weak.
Vaughn snapped back.
Instead of his pain bolstering his resolve, he became soft. Look where that got him. An expedited pass to the family crypt, just like his father before him. I don't intend to continue the trend, but it seems you do. Get out of my sight,
Velvet said sharply.
Oh, dear me, it seems I may have touched a nerve. No matter. I shall leave you to your devices. It's been a pleasure as always, sister.
Vaughn jeered, whipping his cape behind him in a flourish. He stormed down the hall, making his exit to his horse-drawn carriage waiting outside. Climbing in, he barked at his driver.
To the pub at once.
And set off to the village. Now that Vaughn was out of the way, the fellowship regrouped to hear the rest of Jeremy's vision as Velvet prepared for breakfast with her mother.
As I was saying, the third trial appeared to be an obstacle course of sorts, with numerous heavy objects in the way as you progress through it. I'm not sure if you're meant to climb or lift them, but it looked as if most would be nigh impossible to move.
Jeremy said.
Wait, you said the voice mentioned something about carving your way through the first two trials?
Binky inquired.
Yep, exactly. And I know how we'll do it.
Jeremy confirmed.
We? There is no we. It's just me, remember?
Velvet reminded him.
Look, I know you have to do this alone, but not completely. Trust me on this, okay?
Jeremy implored as he gently held Velvet's face, touching his forehead to hers, I could put. He turned to look at Finnegan, who was busy rummaging in his backpack looking for a snack.
Finn, this is where you come in.
Jeremy said with a smile.
Me?
Finnegan puzzled.
Yes, you. Did you not say that you ran all around that forest in the maze several times last night with no one spotting you? Hell, we didn't even realize you left us all standing there. All I need is for you to do that one more time. You in?
Jeremy asked.
High stakes assignment?
Finnegan questioned.
Yep.
Jeremy replied.
With the possibility of getting caught?
Finnegan replied.
Yep.
Reiterated Jeremy.
Causing the fate of our group to hang in the balance?
Finnegan asked.
Yep.
Jeremy said once more.
Bring it on.
Asserted Finnegan.
Hell yeah.
Jeremy cheered.
Velvet, go enjoy breakfast with your mom. Relax and center yourself. You'll need every ounce of rest and resolve you can get. Leave the rest to us. Meet me outside the South Guard Tower right before sunset, and I will tell you everything then. I love you. I love you too,
Velvet proclaimed. Jeremy and the rest of the fellowship set off for the arena, this time taking a longer route aside the garden walls so they wouldn't disturb Velvet and her mother's plans, as well as avoid being seen by anyone. They took a detour through the tree line along the southern curve of the arena. Do you want to stop here?
What page is this? Sorry, guys, pause. 10. No, because I'm going to write a lot more. So
Okay.
Let's keep going. I want to at least get through the pub scene.
Okay, because it says page 16.
That's okay.
Okay.
We'll get to the pub scene. It'll be fine.
Okay.
We'll work through it. Okay, Finn, pay attention. I'm going to create a portal here in the tree line, and another one just inside the forest trial in the arena. First, use the portal to carve out a path for Velvet to safely and quickly make her way out of the forest. Use your horns to mark the trees along your path for her to follow to the other side. When you're done, retrace your steps back to my portal to return you here. Then we'll do the same thing for the maze. Since there won't be any trees to mark, get creative on how to leave her cues as to which way to go. Got it?
Jeremy explained.
Yep, I got it. First the forest, then the maze. Easy peasy lemon squeezy.
Finnegan replied.
Okay, I'm going to send you in. I'll be here in case anything goes wrong so I can quickly get you in and out. Sympathy and Binky, I need you to keep the guards distracted.
Jeremy asked.
Don't worry about us, Binky assured. Sorry, I said it anyway. I'm the best building inspector in the kingdom, remember?
Binky grinned with a wink, and off they went. Back in the village, Vaughn had made it to the pub. Ordering a pint, sat down in a booth in the far corner of the bar, usually reserved for a large group. A group of regulars walk in, and the pub explodes with a thunderous roar of round greetings.
Sorry, that was stupid. I wasn't even in, do a thing.
Yeah.
I don't know. I just felt like doing it. Stupid.
They're well known not only in this village, but in every corner of the earth. Most call them pirates, but they prefer to be called the liberators. They travel the world, making a living as hired hands. They operate on an honor code that helps them decide which jobs to take and which to avoid. They hold no ties to any one nation or ruler and are not so easily persuaded by the machinations of politics. Their only loyalty is to Liberator Code and each other. The group meandered over to the table where Vaughn was seated. The first one to notice a stranger in their regular booth is Ray, the co-captain of the Liberators. A wonderfully brilliant otter from Brazil, they were elected by the group to lead because of their kindness and generosity. Followed shortly after the co-captain Micah, a beautifully vibrant red panda from Nepal. Similarly chosen to lead, they serve as a group's mediator in times of conflict.
Mind if we join you?
Ray inquired.
It would be my pleasure.
Vaughn replied.
As a matter of fact, you're just the group I'm looking for. Looking for us, eh?
Nick, a moose from Canada, questioned.
Another royal looking to hire us to do his dirty work, I reckon.
Scoffed Steve, a crocodile from Australia.
This is where you're going to get my shit accents. Y'all ready for this? Typical royal. Clean hands. Filthy soul.
Asha, a gazelle from Kenya, jumped as she stepped around Nick to sit down directly across from Vaughn, unabashedly staring him down.
Whoa there. Let's not pile on our new friend here.
Micah implored.
What is it you need?
Vaughn, growing increasingly nervous as he spotted two more group members headed this way, shakily stammered.
I simply need to detain some riffraff this evening before my big event. My entire kingdom will be in attendance, so I need the best of the best to ensure these hooligans can't harm anyone or interfere in any way. I hear you're just the group to do it. Sounds simple enough.
Bjorn, the polar bear from Greenland, chimed in, plopping himself next to Vaughn, causing him to have to move over to make room. Getting straight to the point, he asked,
What's it pay?
Hold on, Bjorn. Oh, sorry, that's you.
Hold on, Bjorn. There's more. I can tell he's not being completely forthcoming.
Freya, stunning fox from Ireland, proclaimed as she walked up to the group. As the world-renowned shapeshifter, mage, and powerful seer, nothing gets past her. She could sense Vaughn's deceit from the bar.
Okay, I'm just going to preface. I don't do Irish accent well, especially not girl Irish accent well, so I'm not even going to try yet.
Yeah.
So we're just going to read it like normal. I sense an air of jealousy here, in the familial nature. A sister, perhaps? This event is important in more ways than you're letting on. Numerous fates hang in the balance, lives threatened. He wants me to create an environment favorable for his own outcome and benefit.
Freya would have continued, but Bjorn cut her off.
Ah, come on, Freya. You're always ruining my fun. You can't be right all the time.
Bjorn said as he put his arm around Vaughn. Ray and Micah shared a knowing look with each other. They had a decision to make. They stepped aside to confer away from the group and determine if they would entertain his offer or not.
What are your thoughts? You know I always deter to Freya. She hasn't been wrong yet.
Ray said to Micah.
I know she hasn't, and I definitely don't trust him as far as I can throw him. But I have a feeling we're supposed to take this job. I can't explain it, but it's strong.
Micah replied.
Okay, we take the job, but it's on our terms and we make no specific promises or guarantees. Our honor code needs to remain unbroken and we make him pony up the cash up front or no deal.
Ray asserted.
Agreed.
Micah concurred. Ray turned to the table but didn't sit down.
All right, so our price for this will be 10,000 gold per member up front and loaded onto our ship before we leave this port. After that, we'll take care of it.
They vowed to Vaughn.
Done.
Vaughn quickly agreed.
I'll meet you there. Bjorn, go with him. Make sure he holds up his end.
Micah said.
That won't be necessary.
Vaughn was cut off when Bjorn pulled him out of the booth by his jacket and walked him outside to his carriage.
Let's go, fancy pants. We're in Dock 5.
Bjorn ordered, and off they went. The rest of the team downed their pints and left for the ship. On the way back, Freya spoke with Ray and Micah at length about what else she saw while in Vaughn's presence. He was truly no good, and this job was bound to go sideways. Do you want to end there?
Yeah.
Okay.
We're going to stop it there. I wanted to get Ray and Micah introduced into the story today, so that's why I was like, no, just keep going. I want to get to the pub scene. So, pub scene, yay! And yes, Micah, it does sound familiar.
Basically,
so,
the animals from the different countries and continents
yeah.
are, like, we put them in there from their Discord chat.
Yes. So we kind of picked Ray and Micah's brain. We were like, hey, we're thinking of expanding the Jeremyverse and we want to get some more ideas. Can you help us out? And so they dropped some little ideas. And then I asked them what their favorite animals were, and we wrote them into the story because they belong in the story. Because as much as Jeremy is like canon at this point, so are Ray and Micah. So y'all will be forever canonized in the Chronicles of Jeremy now. We have Ray the otter. Ray's the otter. Micah is the red panda. So yeah, and then we had to get Steve the crocodile in there.
Well, I was thinking of trying to make up names. So I was like, okay, we need names for the characters. And I was like, well, the crocodile hunter's name's Steve. Let's just make Steve the crocodile from Australia.
Yeah.
And she's like, that means we gotta have Nick too.
We gotta have Nick too, because we can't have Steve without Nick. Those are our friends from On the Spectrum podcast. Because yeah, Steve Irwin came up for the crocodile. I was like, oh my god, Nick, we'll make Nick the moose from Canada. Just because, I don't know, just because we were trying to think of like bigger animals for things you'll realize later. Tomorrow, to be exact. We needed larger animals to make something make sense in an upcoming scene. Hence the polar bear.
Which we forgot was a suggestion. She's like, we need a large animal. I was like, a bear? And then she went to the Discord. She's like, let me see what Ray and Micah say. She's like, polar
bear from Greenland. So we have Bjorn, the polar bear from Greenland.
Which I apparently only know how to pronounce correctly because of PewDiePie.
Yes, because PewDiePie named his son Bjorn, and he did a whole. It means bear. So like he did a whole like video on how most people who speak English can't say that.
Yes, I always want to say
Bjorn. And he's like, but it's actually Bjorn. Like you say it more like that. And I was like, okay, so Bjorn. So yeah, that's it.
That's all we got.
That's all we got.
That's all we have the brain cells for.
Tomorrow will be much better. Tomorrow we will have organization, we will have cake, and we shall eat it too.
We don't promise 100%, but
no, but it'll be much better than this. It'll be much better than this. We apologize. Yes. This was a last minute do what we had to do. Yeah. So we're gonna let everybody go now. I'm going to eat something because I'm hungry. And I
had your cookie.
Aminder! Shame on her. Okay, now we really gotta go. I gotta feed Aminder before she pass out and die. Okay, we love you. May the 4th be with you.
And also with you.
And also with you. And come back tomorrow. We're sorry. We're so sorry. Come back tomorrow. We love you all. Happy birthday. I love you. Mother.
Yes.
Yay. We did a thing for a whole fucking year. All right, we'll see y'all tomorrow. I'll get if you want to know what time everything is going on tomorrow, please visit our Facebook. We will have everything linked over there for tomorrow. I will have everything done before I go to bed tonight. And stay tuned for our merch launch tomorrow. Okay? Merch launch is tomorrow. We love you all. Goodbye. We're the fuck out. Okay? We're gone.
Maybe.
Soon.
Soon.
Bye.